My name is Kevin Yoder, mindset coach and creator of the Inner Game of Achievement. I help people improve their patterns of thought so that they can terminate those limiting beliefs, boost their confidence, and accomplish their most inspiring goals for life and business. What's the price of success? Are you looking to accomplish something really big? Now, when I say big, this is something that accomplishes 4 things. This is something I help my coaching clients with. It's called a C-type goal, and there's a definition for that. There's an A goal, B goal, and a C goal. An A goal is something you've already done before. It doesn't take any amount of imagination. It doesn't take any amount of determination, tenacity, grit, or even imagination. You literally have done it before, so there's no motivation there. That's what people do with New Year's resolutions. So throw that off the table. What's a B-type goal? This is something maybe you haven't done before, but you're not really super excited about it. You can take a notepad and map it out right now. So because that you can map it out, it doesn't cause any growth in the process. Let's move on to a C-type goal. This is something really, really big. So it does 4 things. Number 1 is excites the hell out of you. You're so excited about it. You wake up in the middle of the night. Maybe you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. You're so excited to get moving towards this type of a goal. That's a big goal. Number 2 is it scares you a little bit. You're a little bit scared because you're moving into the unknown. Have you been there before? Number 3, and this is so important that we hit these 3 things. We have excitement, we have a little bit of fear, we've never done it before, so you can't have done it before, as I mentioned. And then number 4, the most important part of moving towards something big, a C-type goal, is it causes growth in the process. So you have to be a different version of yourself when you've arrived, when you have the thing, when you are driving the thing, when you're in the business, when you're in the house on the ocean, whatever that big thing is, you have to be a different version of yourself. That's the type of goal I'm talking about here. So listen, whatever the dream, whatever that goal is, there's a price that you have to pay, which means you have to give up something every single time. The problem is so many people are not willing to make the sacrifice. They're not willing to go all in. There's this concept of life-work balance. Everyone's seeking a life and work balance. If that represents the midline, if a life and work balance is a line down the middle, then most people, what they do is they do this. They hover right in the middle. And the problem with that is they never get the rocket ship off the launch pad, because it takes a whole different degree to go after something that is as big as I described. So what does that look like when you're going all in? Well, hate to tell you this though, is that the midline is you have to go way out here to the extremes. This would be family and loved ones, and then this would be the business thing. You have to go way over here and spend some time there, and go way over here. Now you notice that you're crossing back to the midline. The reason why I'm sharing that with you is because that life-work balance, that's a fallacy. When you're getting something off the ground, you got to have a conversation with your loved ones. It goes something like this: I love you and thank you for being here for me. I'm going to go do something that right now it's going to suck a little bit, but in the end I promise you it's going to pay off. Are you with me on this? And I tell you what, when you're making that sort of a commitment to your family and your loved ones, they're going to be there for you. They'll be there. They'll have your back. I had that same conversation with my wife. Come to find out, she has my back. She's my biggest fan in the world. It's because that conversation was had 20 years ago. Have the conversation and then make a commitment. Because here's the deal. When you're saying yes to something, you're always saying no to something else. So you have to decide what that no is. Whenever we're giving our undivided attention to something, we're saying no to something else. So it's super important that we are super committed to the thing we're moving after and saying no to mostly everything else. Not forever, just for now. And well, brings up a good question. So why aren't there many multi-millionaires that bowl over 100? The reason is because they left the bowling alley to go create their fortunes. Have you thought about that? Is this too large of a price to pay? Well, that's an answer for you. That's something for you to answer for yourself. This is the personal journey. Remember, there'll always be a bigger price for not doing it. And the kicker here is that the pain of regret weighs tons, whereas the pain of discipline only weighs ounces. And the point that we experience regret is usually so far down the line that we can't go back and get a redo. As far as we know, we only get 1 shot at this thing, right? 1 shot. Unless you know something I don't know, unless you know something the smartest people that have walked the planet and have since passed on from this physical plane know, this is it. This is our shot here on planet Earth. Now, we don't know what lies beyond, but as long as we're here, we only have 1 shot at this thing. So make the committed decision, do the thing, and do it better than anybody else. Go all in with it and be okay with that. Say no to most things while you're saying yes to this thing. You'll get your rocket ship off the ground, and then that genius that's been buried within you will be released. The genius within you will be released, and that perfect path will unfold right before your eyes.